Stream
We are late to
is
the party.
live.
Hello there, everybody. Sorry about the delay, but anyway, welcome once again back to Rolls to Astonish to our 5e campaign, Legend of the Five Amulets. We are back with our original crew on their quest to try and get this next amulet, and holy fuck, guys, if you're not on the server keeping track of the downtime, we got a lot to cover. Which is why I was hoping to start sooner, but
there is so much to cover that we don't have. We barely have time for a recap.
Yeah, but basically, long story short, plot bombs were dropped, and basically these guys solved an entirely different issue that more or less was supposed to be a side quest, but kind of took over the downtime for like the past couple of weeks. Like, yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, like between last session and this session, that's pretty much all that's been going on. Is this one side quest that just exploded?
Bomb of light.
Basically, Admiris, the guy in charge of this place, was possessed by Bane, the big evil god guy.
One of the three brothers of death.
Yeah. So then we just kind of beat the shit out of some shadow demon, and ended up freeing Admiris from his possessed state, and now, you know, stuff is good and we can go get that amulet.
Right. Currently, yeah, and right now, important things that have happened on stream, that we've talked about on stream. Igburn is no longer branded. And right now, the part Vincent is not with the party. I think that's pretty much it, though.
Oh, and we have a book locked inside of a box. That's
we performed an exorcism and also blessed a freaking box to secure the book, which we have discovered is the way it corrupts somebody to take them over and allow the dark fate.
Yeah, the Tome of Bane, pretty much.
Yeah.
And kill Stick at one point shit talked
around. Yeah. Yeah, the Bane's in there, he can talk to her, so yeah.
Also, also because it is going to come up tonight, Burlis, in a fit of insecurity, tried to start a three-way open relationship with Igburn's first lover ever, Lily, aka Valen.
Valen.
His brother.
Half brother.
Okay, it is still incest.
Still incest.
I mean, technically, but I mean,
nothing. But also elves, so it doesn't count.
Well, I wouldn't say it doesn't count, but it's not. Counts they don't frown. They don't frown upon it.
Fucking nobles.
The Drow do.
Well, the Drow do because they're not like the Eladrin are supposed to represent like the nobles from medieval times. So like there was a lot of incest in cultures. So
we want to make the best out of our race, not create possible defects.
Fucking nobles. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it sounded funny when you said it that way. Anyways, but yeah, where we're at right now, you guys are all still in Alglia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emily, yeah, and then Killsick is currently doing the. Are you still trying to fix the consecration, or is that all set? Have you purified it already?
The consecration is fine. I just have to do it every day.
Yeah, she basically has to bless the book every day to keep Bane's influence from leaking out.
Gotcha. Okay.
And corrupting the area around me.
Exactly. And then Vincent actually went off to go and find out about the bard troop that we heard about in a previous session of PB or something.
Yeah, recruits pretty much.
Yep. So I'm off recruiting, and the rest of these folks are going
to head out for the amulet.
They're going to head out for the amulet. So
I saved
one. Myself. I'm mute myself for now. I am not here.
And Killsick got in a fight with Igburn.
And fucking destroyed him.
Yeah, which we will. Well, I suppose that we can get into that a little bit right now because this is going to be important later on.
Yeah.
Basically, with Ibgern, after he was banished, after he got his brand, normally most druids go through training to try and tame that beast spirit that they get when they first go down the path of the moon. However, because Ibgern was banished before his 100th year, when, you know, around the time, because he was like 65 at the time, which is normally when the training's supposed to start, he got banished before he properly received that training, so he's got a little bit of a feral side to him, which is what Killsick faced, and, well, it didn't end well. Not for Ibgern, at least. So he is currently in recovery, so that is why he's not going to be here tonight. However, his, half-brother Valen is stepping up to basically fill in that slot for right now.
Okay.
We're not getting Trisley with him?
Ah, fuck it.
Oh, fuck.
We don't have an archer with us this time?
We got Killsick.
I could still shoot.
Now, this is going to get very insane if I start bringing in all the NPCs you guys have available to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We already have a zoo with us. Come on.
Exactly!
Half of the
Can we leave some of the animals home?
Well, I mean, Tanit's probably going to stay home anyway, because, you know, Ibgern.
Yeah.
Fair.
Jim will likely not come out of the bag. So.
He better not be in the bag!
You always
He's
bring
gonna
the bag.
die!
Jin is about to go in the bag of holding and get sent to the astral plane.
Please don't.
Well, he can breathe for 10 minutes. It's okay.
Well, I mean, not if
Can
I
we
break the
bring-
bag.
Can we bring my giant fox Glory?
Sure.
That's another thing that happened.
Yeah. Berlis, in his, one of his other forms, Vanya, wandered off and befriended a giant fox named Glory.
But
yeah, that's the
why? The real story is, why did Berlis wander off? And the answer is because he was trying to be a bro to Killsec and give her privacy so she could seduce Trisley, Igburn's half-sister.
And Valen's twin.
Yes.
The real question is, like, did Ibgern fuck her too?
Nope,
No.
I'm not sure if you picked
That
up
was-
on that.
That was
but...
part of the reason why he got kicked out. He couldn't fuck his sister.
Yeah, that's the thing!
Oh, welcome to the nobles.
He couldn't make babies because he can't deal with the lady figure.
Alright, let's start.
Please.
Lister, we'll say that you guys are basically gathering at the hut, getting ready to head out pretty much to the, to Rilifen's temple. I believe most of you guys are already around the hut, so Leif, Sapphire, and Valen are basically approaching.
Slowly but surely.
Killsec eventually emerges.
Off to see the wizard.
Garen's there, just ready to fucking go.
Berlis is he's just quiet. I'm gonna roll perception in the woods right now, Haley, for he's just keeping busy. That's a 25. I'm looking for potions. He's just been keeping busy, or potion ingredients. I mean, he's just keeping busy. He's been trying to stay out of everybody's way. Specifically, Killsick, the paladin that has not only one-shotted an ancient skeletal dragon, but just beat the fuck out of the man he loves.
That's
He
a
did do
fucking
that.
reputation there.
Yeah.
Kind of looks to the others and like, all right, are we ready to do this?
Garen
Leas
nods.
gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
Berlis just nods.
Do we have the location?
Do we?
Yeah, I got it. Valen just kind of fumbles as he pulls out his journal and starts looking through it. If what I've been researching the past couple years has been correct, there is a somewhat hidden path that's to the north of the lake that, if we follow along it, it should take us to the temple, but it's a little bit tricky.
Have we not talked to Admiros about the specific path?
1 second. Sorry about that, my keyboard's acting up. But trying to talk with him about that, even he isn't too certain exactly the whereabouts of that path. I mean, he knows that such one exists, but it's a little bit hidden, obscured, so he's not exactly sure where it's located, seeing as how, again, location was pretty much struck from most public records, but Badland only knows this because he's pieced together from bits and pieces that weren't completely cut out of various records. Because you have to remember, he's been doing this research for like half a century.
Alright.
Elves are
You
fucking
got the map,
weird.
kid.
Alright then, let's head out, I guess. And he starts leading the way towards the lake, guiding you guys along the edge.
Garen is right there beside him, leading pack with him. Just something jump out and hit him.
Killsec is not too far.
Burlis is not taking point just ahead, like not too far ahead, but enough so you can see he's looking out for dangers. And that is a 15 perception check looking for dangers.
Right, you don't really notice anything as you guys are walking along. Just in general, looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything that is exactly threatening. In fact, as you guys walk by, some of the local fauna seems to scamper away a little bit spooked, more or less. Otherwise, they just let you go on your way.
Nothing in our path. Odd.
I can't blame them, but let's just try to focus on ahead. And after a little bit of time, you guys do approach a sort of gateway. Sorry, give me one moment. Great. Sorry, I'm trying to get a piece for Valen real quick, just so I can have him at the ready set searching 20 minutes.
Well, you could use Vivgurn's piece.
Do we all just awkwardly stare at Kiltech?
I don't know, do you?
Well, I don't know what happened. I don't really know what happened. I know of the fight. I don't know what exactly happened.
Garen's kind of proud.
Of course you are.
I mean,
Battle to the end.
he's acting like a bitch. He got laid out like a bitch.
I guess Burlis would be asking Envy, how's he doing after he went through this magical transformation in another demi-plane to have superpowers?
Zach.
Huh? Yes? Sorry.
So, Leaf? Is
Yes.
that you?
Hi.
How you doing now that you're a walking lighter?
Huh? Lighter? What do you mean?
Flint!
You fucking shoot flame out of your hand now.
I don't have that yet. It's just embers. It exists, but I don't have it yet on the character.
So he does have the very obvious burn marks. They just haven't shown yet. They haven't solidified. But you were basically a walking lighter because the bandages kept burning.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, motherfucker, I saw you in the chief's hut, fucking putting fire in your hand and playing with it and shit.
Wait, was I? I think I was. I was just letting them heal me. Leaf looks confused. Very confused. When did I play with fire?
Wait, are we just... What are we waiting on?
But just, we'll just continue on. As soon as you ask that, Velen just kind of suddenly halts, and before you guys is a fairly worn, overgrown gate. Like, if you weren't looking for it, you probably would have likely missed it. And posted nearby, kind of hidden in the vines as Velen shifts him out of the way, is a sign that says the following: Be wary any travelers who stray into the forest after light of day. The path to Reliefan will open, but wander will beasts the light does shun. Open on or stay on the path made clear, and avoid the spirits that draw near. Let the moonlight be your guide, and be wary of the beasts inside. Judge as you will the word of some, and find your way to freedom. Only by will and luck vast will you find the relic of a forgotten past.
So we need to follow the path by moonlight, the one that's cleared out. Do not stray from it, do not wander. So we have to wait until the gate opens.
Actually, about now, it's just about sunset.
Leaf tries to push open the gate.
Leaf.
I'm just gonna see.
Oh no, it's an open gate, but when you pass by it, nothing seems to happen right away. But Velen does grab you and pull you back. Hold on a second. We have to wait till the sky starts getting dark.
Why?
Because that's what the sign says.
That's a certain odd magic and enchantment. That way it's not easy to find the temple in the daytime. You'd only be able to locate it at night. And at that point, a lot of the creatures in the night are wandering. Makes it a bit more dangerous.
No, we just need to stay on the path. Stay close. I don't want anyone wandering off. Especially you, Belis. I know you like to look for ingredients, but here is not the time.
Berlis just like nods solemnly, and he's already got his blades at the ready. But he is going to take point because he is a dexterous motherfucker. So if somebody does take shots at him, he can hopefully dodge out of the way.
Garen will be right behind him.
Leaf will likely be right next.
Kilsick will probably take the back.
Okay.
Well, actually just be near Garen in general.
Fuck.
But I'm making sure Velen isn't at the back. I don't know, do we just want to order our characters out?
Yeah.
Okay,
Where's
so
Birdless?
I'm right in front of Garen.
Alright.
I just did the little purple dot ring thingy to signify him.
Fuck.
Is this Velen?
yep.
Yes.
I want you next to Garen, please.
Oh, she's not supposed to be there. Bye, Tris.
Shouldn't he be in the middle as the wizard?
Sorcerer.
He is in the middle because I'm taking the back. Wait, who's that?
This is Sapphire.
Oh. Alright.
Okay, just one moment. After a little bit of time, as the sun begins to set, you guys do notice as the sun disappears beyond the tree line behind the gate, you do notice kind of a shimmer of magic go over the gate before the light completely disappears. And as you step through the gate, if you look up at the sky, you notice it looks like it's a perpetual twilight.
I wonder if this is what Arvindor looks like.
Arvindor?
Berlis looks to Leaf. Where Coralon, the most glorious of gods, is.
Well, probably doesn't look so glorious right now. Let's keep
Leaf.
moving.
Fucking cold.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, that wasn't in character.
I mean, may as well have been.
Nah. There's only silence.
Silence from Garen, as usual.
Right. Is there anything we need to look out for, Villain, other than what the sign told us?
I mean, aside from the local fauna of the area, I'm not too certain. There's not really any written record of what exactly you're supposed to encounter on this path.
Anything out of particular?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I guess I shouldn't ask this. Are any of you in particular haunted by spirits or something like that? Because usually the people of that variety are a little bit more vulnerable to the kinds of magics here.
Leaf puts a sheepish hand on the back of his head.
What do you mean by haunted?
If you mean spirits, I got enough firepower for it.
Well, they are malevolent spirits, but especially if it's those close to you. I mean, it's only been through word of mouth, but I've heard of some stories that some people that have wandered onto this path at night have seen the ghosts of the dear departed. It's kind of strange, actually.
So it's like an illusion, maybe?
Illusion, like, for some that have seen it, they describe it as basically the two layers of reality blending together, sort of crossing over, in a sense.
Oh god, I know what you're gonna do to me.
No matter what we see, do not stray off the path.
Should I roll perception when we go in?
Sure.
Alright.
And I'm gonna help him to give him advantage.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tim.
That's
Thank
why you
Tim.
two are up front.
I think you have the better perception out of this, actually, Tim.
Okay,
There we go, much better.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That's a lot better.
Alright, as you guys are looking and wandering along, you don't notice too much, but however, up ahead on the path as you guys make your way through, you see a sort of an odd creature, actually, or like, not an odd creature, an odd humanoid. You can't quite describe it from this far away, because it seems like they are dressed as a warrior of some kind, but the face isn't exactly clear from this far back. But as
Are
you
they
get
on the path?
yes, they are. They're at as you guys are approaching, you realize it's kind of a crossroad sort of thing. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to pull up a picture here so that way I can actually show it to you guys and you know what the heck I'm talking about.
Like an intersection. We have different ways we could go.
Yeah, it's like a fork in the road, pretty much.
Good.
And this creature, again, it's a humanoid creature. It's standing on two legs, and I cannot find what I'm looking for here. Hey, I'm gonna have to just describe it and wing it. Gonna wing it.
Alright.
Okay. As you approach her, because you do realize it's a her when it gets closer, it kind of looks like it's a standing feline? It's like, get a look at her face, and it looks like she's a cheetah, which is very strange, because you've not quite seen this kind of race in any sort of story or even in real life, so it's a little bit odd. But she seems to be seated on a rock, polishing her, what looks to be a greatsword.
Great sword, you say?
A greatsword, yes.
Approach cautiously.
Leaf takes careful steps.
Garen pays her no mind.
Garen. We don't know which way we're gonna go.
I mean,
Perhaps
which
it's
way
some
is the
sort of-
moon?
Perhaps this is some sort of riddle.
I mean, if I look up, can I see, like, the moon?
It's in perpetual twilight. Like that point right after sunset. Or sunrise.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, as you guys approach, or I guess as Leif approaches, it almost seems like she's very aware of you, because she just immediately looks up Oh, hello there. I didn't think I'd meet anyone else on this path. She kind of stands and sheaves her greatsword on her back. You look a little bit lost.
How tall is she? Do I have to look up?
Yeah, she's about a head taller than you.
Of course she is.
So about eye level with Burles then, because he's about 6 feet tall.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Burles is also within V because we're rogues and we're buddies now. And Burles asks this enchanting lady, "Are you a tabaxi?"
To what now? No, I'm Panthera.
Oh, she's a thundercat. Sorry.
That's not her name, that's her race.
Respectable.
Well,
Okay, I'm rolling history, I believe that would be, correct?
Yes.
Leaf puts out a hand. I'm Leah. He smiles.
She kind of hesitantly takes your hand and shakes it. Pleasure to meet you.
23 history. Sorry about that.
23 history. You do kind of recall a race of basically panther people that pretty much like her. They existed more in like deserty, like drier sort of areas. They formed their own empire for a while with like basically, if you could compare their culture to the culture of like anything else throughout history, pretty much the closest thing you can get to them is Egyptian, ancient Egyptian culture. But as far as you're aware of, you are unsure of there being any activity from Panthera or like any like, you know, like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like any
Activity?
any activity
Sightings.
from them in like for like at least a few centuries or a few decades.
Burles tries to approach as regally and respectfully as he can and says, "Excuse me, mistress, but you are a long way from where your people normally dwell. What brings you here?"
Oh, well, you know, just trying to find my own path, my own way. My homeland didn't exactly settle well with me, so I decided to go looking around elsewhere, and I found my way here, to Zoathia.
Is she lightly translucent at all?
You can't tell for right now. She seems pretty solid. I mean, you were able to shake her hand, so...
Does it feel weird?
It didn't to you, per se.
Okay.
But enough about me. Are you looking for something?
A temple. Or the pathway to it.
Oh, you mean Rillifan's temple? Of
Yes,
course, of
miss.
course. Well, I just came from it a little while ago. If you head that way, she points towards from where you guys are facing. It's the left path. That should take you to where you need to go.
So, what's right?
No, as you guys are facing it, it's the left path. That she's pointing to.
Leaf looks to the right. What's down there?
It's nothing too important. I know these paths usually have a lot of roundabouts and dead ends and such. Alright, Tim, what's with the insight check?
I want to see if she's fucking with us.
Yeah, with that 15, kind of looking her over, it does seem like it does seem like she's kind of holding some information back that she's not quite willing to divulge to you guys right away. In other words, it does seem like she might be lying.
Burles regally bows in thanks. Thank you, mistress. You've been most helpful to us.
Didn't work. I believe she's telling the truth.
Of course. She nods her head and she starts past you guys down the path.
Burles like keeps his eyes on her as she walks away.
Alright, roll me perception.
24.
Your perception's a lot higher than mine.
Does anyone else want to roll perception and see what happens with her, or...
I want to do divine sense.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
head
with
it up with the perception.
your divine sense, you definitely sense a lot of celestial, like, energy all around. It's, like, very heavy.
Wait,
Oh, hey, Evan.
Oh, hey.
Roll.
What up?
As you guys watch her, she does seem... It's a little bit odd. You think it's just because she's disappearing in the distance, but at one point you guys kind of blink and she's just gone. Just like that.
Okay, Burles gathers the troops, and he's like, "Remember what that sign said, my friends." And then he looks at Kilsek and says, and Kilsek, remember what the sign says. Beware deception. Like, I don't trust her. I think we should go left and not right.
No, she was pointing to the leftwards path.
Oh,
As
well,
you
then we
guys
should
were
go
facing
right.
it, she was pointing left.
Okay, then we should go right and not left. I mean, sorry.
Well, I don't know. Is Rilithane truly a trickster type? I'm sensing nothing but celestial air here.
That might just be because of Rilithani's presence. This is probably her magic after all.
I can't trust that.
Did someone write down the sign?
I did.
Thank you.
Sapphire pipes up.
Could you read it to me one more time?
Sure. And I'm just going to toss it into here so you guys have access to it.
Oh, thank you.
Be wary any travelers who stray into the forest at the light of day. The path of Rilithane is open, but wander will beasts the light does shun. Stay on the path, make clear, avoid the spirits that draw near. Let the moonlight be your guide, and be wary of the beasts inside. Judge as you will the word of some, and find your way to freedom. Only by will and luck fast will you find the relic of a forgotten past.
We could just scout down both paths.
No,
I feel like that's unnecessary.
Asking for trouble.
we can't stray from the path. We have to stay together.
Okay.
Dern is going to start off the right path.
You don't trust her, Belis?
Burles nods and says, "That is correct. She..."
Do you think she was lying, or what sort of vibes were you getting?
Deceptive. Like, not malevolent. Just doesn't want to give us a straight answer.
Likely to protect the temple from those that are looking to defile it.
But she went on the left path.
I mean, come
She
on,
was a
the
spirit.
Pantheras, they haven't been around for years. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of them, and they're from like the desert. What are they do? What's one of them doing here?
Kilsek is taking her points into this and kind of thinking about the creature's expressions.
You could tell as well, thinking back on it, that it did seem like she was being very reluctant with the information that she was giving, even. Like, it's like she was telling the truth in a sense, but not the truth she wanted to.
I think we should go on the left path, but I think we should be wary. There's something...
Garen, come back. Leah yells down the right path.
God damn it.
You guys want to follow Garen down the right path then and see what happens?
No.
Let's go down the left path, damn it.
When Garen comes by, Burles just says to him, "So at the last tomb, you just opened up the coffin before Leaf and I were finished investigating. Now you go the opposite direction that I think we should go. Do you just not respect my opinion?
Well, here's the thing.
I went the way you said.
Does Garen turn back in the first place?
Well, I mean, yeah, but also he did go the way Burles said.
He started going right.
You did say.
He started going right. Killsick's the one that's saying go left. That's up to you guys. You can judge it for yourselves.
Killsick is saying, come back. Let's go left.
Yeah, the opposite direction as the Panthora wants us to go, correct?
No, the one she pointed us to.
Yeah, the left is where she pointed you. The left half is where she pointed you to. The right is where you guys are thinking of going.
I rolled an investigation to see if there's like any clues to cue us in the right direction beyond just the lady telling us.
It does not look like there's anything. It looks like both paths are completely identical.
All right,
I never said it was going to be easy.
Quick vote. Who wants to go left? I do.
Yeah, I just blanked out. I want to go the opposite direction the Panthora thinks we should go.
That would be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, friend Garen. I apologize.
All right. Who wants to go left? And who wants to go right? Who else?
Leah's head hurts.
Garen stands by the right side.
Flip a coin if you need to.
Leah pulls out a strange coin and flips it.
It is heads.
Which head? There are two heads. And...
No, the less simple is tails.
Okay, thank you. You never explained that.
Yes, you described. You never asked to specify which was heads and which was tails.
I would expect you to explain to me what the hell the coin does.
Look.
Why not figure it out for yourself?
Okay. Leah says, okay, left.
Okay, that's 2 and 2. What about you and Velen and Sapphire?
Well, considering the nature of the sign and the fact that even I sense there was something a little bit off with her direction given, I'm going to say right.
You want to go right. Sapphire?
I mean... I really don't want to split this group down the middle, I really don't.
Flip a coin.
Leah gives her the coin.
Is this decision really one you can flip a coin on?
Well, it's about as good as any decision.
Lady Luck!
By will
she
and
flips
luck,
the coin, catches it.
will you find the relic of forgotten past?
Yep.
By luck.
Tails.
Everyone flip a fucking coin.
Tails, Sapphire tosses the coin back to Leif and heads to the right side.
Okay. I'm getting right with my coin as well.
So I have to stick with left? Because I've already flipped it? Okay. He puts his hands behind his arms. He puts his head behind his arms. Fuck, I can't talk! Okay.
So what's the tally of who's on which side? Who's voting for where?
So far we're getting a bunch of rights, and I just flipped a coin, so I'm going right.
Alright, guess we're going right.
All right. Brace yourselves.
I've been looking forward to this. I knew at some point this was going to come in handy. Burles's personality appearance is Autumn Action Burles this week on Rolls to Astonish. And something that Burles can do is he's got this whole nature thing going on. He's got, he tethers a vine on a rock and leaves the vine. Yes, we're doing the bread trail. And he's just got this vine trailing behind him, and it just never runs out.
You see,
Sapphire just kind of looks back and she's just like, "Are you shitting a vine? What hell?
Leaf puts a hand to his to his chin and rummages through his backpack. He pulls out a needle.
Leif, what are you doing, Leif?
Valian, what are the exact coordinates? Or do you know the area, at least?
Of the temple? Not exactly, no.
Well. Alright, friend. Let's see if you can lead us to the right path, shall we?
Oh dear, here we go.
Garen walks down the right path.
I'm going down the right path as well.
Garen will lead.
I assume you basically pull this thing out as you're walking here, Leif.
Yes, I do.
Oh dear, oh, this is going to be interesting, because I don't think you're not attuned to it yet, because you're not fully, learned
right.
the skills needed for it, so you can still use it as a guide, but, this is going to get tricky.
Alright, Fate, let's see where you're gonna guide us.
Okay, now, here's my question, Leif. Are you just going to hold on to it, or are you going to let it go?
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay, you picked your destiny.
Oh God, what are you doing?
Oh, this is something that I gave him, and it's going to be fun. It's going to get fun.
Oh.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, as you guys walk along,
I
you
whisper,
just hear this very... Go ahead, Leif.
Reef's the god's
Really
temple.
fan's temple.
Yes.
Okay. After a little bit, the needle in your hand begins to glow white a little bit, and you guys hear very mild humming, and after that, in like a snap of a second, Leif, roll me a strength check.
Oh, fuck me. Well, it's a good thing I have proficiency.
But can you hold on, is the question.
Can Berlis help him?
No,
Well,
this
we
is
don't know
purely
what the
him.
fuck he's doing, so
This is purely him.
21.
he didn't say, "Hold on to me, guys. I'm gonna try something crazy."
He just pulls it out and decides to use it.
Let's do this.
I'm saying no, this succeeds, Leif. Prepare to be silent for a little bit.
Does it just rip my hand off?
No, you'll see. Did you do your strength roll?
Yes, I did. 21.
Oh boy. Oh, here we go.
Did I win?
You guys hear a very mild humming, and then after a moment, you just kind of see Leif just go flying past you down the path, just gone. Like, in the blink of an eye, he's gone around a corner.
Leaf! What the fuck?
Berlis is on him.
Can I got a question.
What's
Whenever
your
he
running
flies-
speed?
Whenever he flies past, can I grab him?
Roll me a dex check to see if you can grab him.
Berlis helps. He's dexterous.
You said he helps.
Yes. So roll again.
Let's try this again.
You're all gonna get
Oh.
dragged. Oh my god!
Even worse.
You fall flat on your face.
Yeah, no, you go to grab him, but you try to reach up too soon, and instead of trying to grab for his leg, you grab for his belt, so his foot just kicks you in the face.
Okay, here's what Berlis wants to try. Haley, as the benevolent GM, tell me how this works. As Garen, he tries to help Garen but fails. So Berlis tries to do a froggy jump up in the air onto Garen's shoulders and spring off and try to like clasp Leaf with his leg to like try to like ride him like ride on him backpack style with the vine on him.
Okay, I'm sorry, you lost me. What?
He's gonna jump off of Garen to jump on Envy's back. I mean, Leaf's back.
Yes.
Okay,
What do I roll? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, and actually it's going to be a disadvantage because he's going very fast. Like,
Okay,
this is sub-supersonic speed. You asked for this, Leif.
Yes, I did.
22.
Jesus. Both of our rogues are going flying across the map.
Whee!
And he's like,
Yeah, you latch on, and now Burles and Leif are both like gone. Like they go around the corner, they're gone.
Burles casts. Wait a minute, I shouldn't be. Okay, here. Remember, I mentioned that vine.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what. Here's part.
Oh yeah. Funny thing there. Burles, because you were still laying down the vine trail, weren't you?
Yeah, like
At what rate does that go?
No.
Because this might end very badly, depending on the rate it comes out.
Oh no.
Because if it's slower than sub-supersonic speed,
I mean,
we're gonna have a bungee cord issue.
I mean, how fast are we talking?
Oh, we're gonna get choked.
Well, Leif, oh god, this is gonna be interesting. Because let's see what gives out first. Both of you roll me strength checks.
Okay, we pray for.
Because you're going so fast that the vine doesn't have enough time to be able to speed up and keep up, and it just kind of gets pulled taut.
No.
Oh god!
Can I let go?
At that point, it's just it holds with such oh my god, Tim. It pulls with such force that Burles not only loses grip on Leif, but it stops with such force that the arrow goes flying. Because Leif loses grip. He just kind of tumbles face first. It's just gone! Like,
no.
you guys made it to the end of the path, and that's about it. Or the end of this stretch of path to the next fork.
Ow.
Actually, after about, as soon as it snaps out, the needle seems to turn off, and it just kind of wedges itself in a tree, right next to somebody's head.
Can I go pull it out and slowly walk up and say sorry?
As you very slowly climb to your feet and do the walk of shame to retrieve the needle, you find that it is actually wedged into a tree next to a very largely built, like a paladin, as you can tell from his armor, that he has a symbol that you don't quite recognize the god that it belongs to, but it's fairly interesting. And instead of a panther this time around, it's a lion.
Have the others caught up to us yet?
I would assume at this point, as you're recovering.
We're following the vine trail. Jesus.
Yeah. Burles like sees Killsec, and he's like doing fucking like combat sign language. Like, look at the fucking symbol on the lion.
Leah walks up to the man and says sorry.
Religion check. I probably won't do good.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Yeah, just so you guys are aware,
It's Lion-O!
Not exactly, but
Okay.
there you go for you guys that God damn it, Em! I just realized. Gotta go fast, motherfucker. But yeah, that's basically what you see. Aside from the symbol.
So it's a dude with a lion head.
Pretty much, it's a walking lion. It is a walking lion.
Well, do I see its religious symbol?
Yeah, because it is basically embellished on the shield, where it's supposed to be.
Well, the shield is off to the side.
Oh no, he's carrying the shield because he was walking when the
I thought you meant the picture.
Yeah, no, the way he's walking, you see the symbol. And actually, give me 1 second. I'm trying to hold up the table. Where the fuck's my table? There's my table.
Thundercats.
Oh my god! Stop.
Okay, while Leaf is talking with Lino, Burles whispers into Killsec's ear. I mean, if I wouldn't have tried to grab him, he could have gone splat into that tree.
excuse me,
Kilsick is
sir.
just staring, completely flabbergasted.
At this
Give me a
point,
second.
Garen's not
Give me a second.
surprised. At this point, Envy could pull out whatever bullshit, and Garen would not even be surprised.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. It's just so many gods.
Well, would I recognize the name of the god?
Yes, and Al, if your knowledge of deities is what I think it is, you recognize it as a symbol of Odur.
Hors d'oeuvre.
No, not hors d'oeuvre, hors d'oeuvre.
Or the...
Or they are.
Sorry.
Allow me to help you out here with that bit of knowledge, because this actually is something that's present in D&D. And fucking Thundercats!
I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm not really sure what's going on here.
He's a Norse god, pretty much.
Oh!
Oh.
Norse god of light. God of light
Order.
and the sun.
Huh.
Basically, the symbol on the front is a solar disc.
That's a sun god symbol. That's not really a common thing for around these days, is it?
No, it is not. It's not a common thing for this region, nor this era.
Huh. He's a sun paladin.
But that's a bit odd.
Ho there!
Hi.
You must be the one in charge of this little one. He kind of pats Leif on the head roughly. Because, yeah, Leif, while the last one was like a head taller than you, this one's like 2 heads taller.
Can I have that back, please?
Oh, this little thing? He just very casually plucks the arrow out of the tree and hands it back to you. I was wondering what that little thing was.
Yeah, he has a knack of getting into trouble.
I see. Is it your little one?
Well, not my little one, but he is part of our group, yes.
You see Leaf kind of just go back over to his group, just kind of like looking down. I should have thought this one through.
You don't say.
But, yeah, I'm a paladin of Nemesis myself. We're looking for the Temple of Rilifane.
Oh, the temple. Huh, what a coincidence. I was just there visiting myself, paying my respects before continuing on my journey through these parts. He points back to the path he just came from, which for you guys would be the right side this time.
Alright.
I pay my respects to all the deities of light and life, so it's how I continue my path, my pilgrimage.
Oh, of course.
Berliss asks him, how long have you been on your pilgrimage? Because I think you're a long way from home.
Quite some time, at least I want to say at least a decade, but I tend to lose the years.
Yeah. Just an insight check to see if he's doing the same thing the last cat creature was doing.
Yeah, you both see this time his front seems a bit more genuine, but you can tell in his eyes that there is a little bit of a white lie.
You see, we're headed to the Temple of Rilifane in order to obtain the amulet. There's a great darkness over the land, and we wish to gather the amulets in order to prevent it from consuming everything.
An amulet, say? Well, I don't remember something like that being in Rilifan's temple, but I suppose you lot would be knowing where to look for it, if anything else, so you're more than free to go along and find it. I join you myself, but
Of course.
there are other things at hand that I need to take care of. But I'm just impeding you on your adventure. I had best go on my way.
Good morrow, sir.
You as well. Best of luck on your ventures. And
Thank you.
And he continues past you guys down the path you just came from.
It's the same vibe as last time.
So are we going left this time?
Which way did
I
he
mean-
point us?
He pointed right.
Which is the path he came from.
Let's
mean,
go left.
It felt honest, but there was something he wasn't quite saying. It bothers me.
Again, it's probably the magic and aura of this.
Burles rolled a 16, or I rolled a 16. Does Burles get the same vibe as
You pretty much
Kilseth?
get the same vibe. And why are you rolling at advantage?
So
No, it was disadvantage.
whenever he goes, can I just watch him, make sure, see if he disappears like the first one?
Yeah, he pretty much, just like the first one, he disappears in thin air.
Nice.
Even though you roll poorly, that's pretty much what you see.
Man.
By the way, Leaf, next time tell someone before you go flying across the fucking...
Sorry.
Yeah, what the hell is that thing even?
Garen, can you hold me this time?
No, you're not using it again. Are you not going to lose you because you want to run into a tree?
But it's supposed to lead us the right way.
And then it went straight into a fucking tree.
Hmm.
I was
I
supposed
mean, Garen might have a better chance of hanging on to him.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's up to you, Garen. Are you willing to deal with that risk?
And go flying.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'll help.
Garen approaches him and just holds out his hand.
I think you need to hug him, Garen.
Yeah, you kind of saw what happened with Burles.
Garen gives him the bear hug of a lifetime.
Burles looks to Garen. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Burles looks to Garen, and you guys just saw how Burles was riding Leaf through the air backpack style. He looks to Garen and asks him, I'm pretty hefty too, not like you, but you want me to ride up backpack style?
Let's not. If any of us are going to die, let's minimize the casualties.
Such, no faith, Sapphire, no faith.
I'm sorry, but you went from 0 to like 100 miles an hour with that little thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I do not want to watch you break.
It'll be okay this time.
This time, you're going to drive me to my grave here.
Ditto.
Go ahead, Tim.
Burles like pats Garen on the shoulder and is like, if you go flying towards a tree, angle your body so you don't crash, so Leaf doesn't crash first with you following.
Holy shit, he'd be fucking dead.
Yes.
Now, if that does happen, it's going to require a dex check.
For me?
Which
No, for him.
Oh,
which
fuck.
Garen doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's bear hugging you. He already has you in his arms.
In my strong, firm arms.
Alright,
Leif, you want to try this again?
alright, Garen, you ready?
Yeah, is it going to be a strength check or a strength save?
Strength check.
Athletics.
Oh, if it was athletics, that'd be fucking cheese.
Hang on, bitch.
Alright. Leaf holds on to it. Let's go to the temple. Here we go.
Okay, both of you roll me strength saves. Or strength checks, sorry.
I would just like to point out that right before they do this, Burles starts praying to all the gods.
All the gods that are available.
Yeah.
Kilsick is just kind of tired today and just okay. I'll see where he's going with this.
Wait, +7, is that strength or athletics?
I'm doing strength.
He's
How do you
getting
have-
smashed between a
I have
rock and a hard
+7 to
place.
strength.
You have a +7. What are you doing? Roll again.
I got a +4 to strength. I got an
You didn't
18.
level up the cheats.
It's probably because Leif is well, I don't know what's
Yeah, I mean, I got
Leif
plus
is a
7 for-
318er. That's what he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for that you'd have to have a 24.
He might also be proficient.
Proficient in strength.
I mean,
Right, because he's a fighter.
Oh wait, shit. Then that's an 18
I mean,
for
do
me.
you want to actually do an athletics check, technically?
I mean, for a saving throw.
Is it a save or is it a check?
Yeah, because
It's
check.
a check.
So check you don't use your proficiency in, but a save you do.
No. If you're rolling a strength save, you look at your strength save, and if you're proficient in that, you add it. If you're doing a strength check, you're using athletics, basically.
Oh fuck. All right, so how are we gonna rule it for?
Well, it's, your flex is +7, right?
My athletics is plus 10.
That's a 22. I forgot. Yeah, you both just kind of hold on, and you are off.
We're
Like,
off.
You are gone. Yeah, you head down. Let me. Where are my notes? Where the fuck are
Holy
my
shit.
notes?
We're
Yeah,
fucking
you just
dead.
lift off, and you head down the left path, and you're just
Brr.
gone.
Burles like follows? Question mark.
You should follow.
You kind of try to, but you can't keep. Like, they're going way fast. We run.
I really wish these cat people wouldn't mislead us. Kilsec runs along, trying to keep up.
Okay, after a little bit of you guys flying around, seeing go around corners with the others trying to struggling hard to keep up at this point, you guys do eventually. It
Yeah.
seems like the needle stops working, and you guys just kind of start tumbling around along the ground. Like, you fall forward, and I basically imagine like Garen pulls a hedgehog and just kind of curls up with Leif inside, and just rolls along the ground until you come to the end.
I imagine
Please
just
don't do
Tell
that.
me free.
roll over onto his back in the air and just carve like a nice little tunnel with his
Yeah,
back.
you pull Sonic, just you curl up and you roll along. Pew!
Well, just
it won't
refer
hard
to my
follow.
things.
Do we have to make a save to not like hurt each other?
No, you're fine. You are fine. You just kind of come to a stop, and as everybody else kind of catches up, they at this point they just kind of follow the little trench that Garen's made.
Thank you, Garen.
Garen stands up and just kind of rolls his shoulders off, limbers
Well,
up.
that's one way to roll into the scene.
Burles just looks to the others in the group, particularly Kilsec, with this look on his face that is just like, what the fuck?
Thank you.
I'm having an off day today as it is, man. Don't look at me like that.
Leaf just looks at the needle. It's just like, thank you.
Nobody's going to note the distinct voice I just spoke up.
Oh, I thought that was Sapphire trying
That's
to be
what I thought.
funny.
I thought that was Sapphire trying to be funny, and Garen was
I
not
thought
even
it was
slightly
Sapphire. I'm
amused.
sorry.
Garen looks over at
You guys
this,
look up,
at
and
this voice.
this is generally what you see, but she's dressed up in like bard garb, pretty much. Like, basically, she's the female version of Vincent at this point.
Well, you here
Okay.
to lie to us too.
Did you say that out loud?
I'm not here to lie to you. Well, mostly, but I'm assuming you all are looking for the temple.
Yes.
Yes.
I figured. I mean, I'm pretty sure the other two almost threw me through a loop, but let's just make this a bit more straightforward. Because I will tell you now that heading down either of the paths behind me, and she points, because you guys are at another fork, she points down the two paths. These two basically loop all the way back to the beginning. And in fact, actually, the correct way to go is backwards.
I'm gonna have to roll a fucking inside check on that.
Are you
I-
fucking serious?
I will do this as well.
The insight party.
Okay, aside from Burles, who believes her 120%.
Because she's a dog. She's not a cat. That's why.
Oh, does she remind you of your lover?
Everybody else can basically see she is bluffing.
Which of these
Like,
two
very
paths?
blatantly bluffing and pulling your leg. No, I'm being honest. It's not one of these two.
You're fucking lying to me.
Stop lying.
Burles puts his hands up and is like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's something. There's a more important matter, at least to me, mistress.
Hmm?
I see that you are a bard." And Burles
Yes?
pulls out his coins. He pulls out 8 silver coins and leaves them as offerings. He's like, you don't want to know my story. They're probably sick of hearing it, but I could really use some inspiration if you would use your skills to help give me some clarity. And he leaves the coins and is like, he just kind of looks defeated and he's like, I'd appreciate it. A hint! I'm going to get I'm shooting to get an inspiration point, Haley.
Okay, fine, you get one here. I'm gonna throw it in your face. Take it. Jeez. You are thirsty for inspiration, mofo. I think the only time I've seen you thirst here is with frickin' Burles in the tavern.
Huh.
Garen is gonna like glance down the other two paths, just see if there's anything up with
But-
either of them.
Yeah, actually, when Garen points out, she's like, okay, fine. If you want to know the real way to get to the temple, I'm willing to for a small fee.
Garen takes
Yes.
20 gold out of his pouch and just holds it out.
Oh, please, that's not what I mean.
Huh?
For me to open my mouth, I'd say at least 500 gold.
Middle finger.
Okay, this is out of character. Mick fucking excuse me.
That's out of character. Middle finger. No.
This is not unusual. Just ask Tim. This is the same price as the time.
What would you do with 500 gold out of curiosity?
Oh, I'm a bard. I'd find a way.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen if we go down the wrong path? Out of character.
You know, the sign said luck. Let's flip some coins and see what direction we want to go.
Wait, let me
Wait,
read this again.
Unless you guys want to pay her.
Well,
And run on the chance that she is not lying to us after receiving a bribe and not paying for it later when we get lost.
how about
puts up
I
his
mean-
hand. I got an idea. Burles puts up his hands. He's like, Mistress, I don't think you we're not with the darkness. We're trying to do the right thing. And he's just obviously exacerbated and frustrated and frankly a little sad. And he's just like, none of us really want to be here, but we have to. And he looks into her eyes and says, you know all about that, don't you?
Whatever do you mean, Rogue?
He just
Oh, sorry.
Kilseka
said the Zoom
steps
time.
forward. 300 gold.
Well, you guys can't afford 500?
You can't
Absolutely.
settle for 300?
I mean, I don't come down from my feet easily.
What happens if we go down the wrong path?
Are you
Get
asking this in
lost.
character?
Yes.
Well, simple, because at least I can explain this to you, as it seems like none of the rest of them didn't, or at least you weren't able to get the answer out of them. But the way the magic works around here is if you go down a wrong path, you loop back to the beginning. And that's a lot of lost time, because the magic here only sun up. After that, everything disappears.
okay.
And a lot of people
Well,
lose a
you-
lot of hours going down the wrong directions.
Burlis, like, he grabs Envy, and he's like, help me. And he goes to the back to the mistress, Wolf Bard, and says,
Kilsick is currently pissed off and starts counting out 300 gold. Alright, who else wants to pitch the rest of the 200? I am just tired of this fucking shit.
Actually, with that, Tim. Well, now that I think of it, there is another way. Well, one of two ways, actually, if you're willing to. Either one, you can leave me an item of rare value right here with me as an offering, or I can give you a riddle to solve, but I can't give you any hints.
Just tell
It's
us
up
the
to
riddle.
you.
Leaf reaches into his bag and pulls out the vial of dragon.
What
With
is
this-
this?
It's a vial of dragon's blood.
I'm
Think.
not sure about this. I mean, normally most people just leave behind a magical item or something, but dragon's blood, I'm not sure what I can do with this.
Burlis pipes up with that 16 persuasion. He's like, you could infuse it into a weapon or your musical instrument.
Plus, how many people have dragon's blood?
That's true.
I mean, that's a good point, but she tosses the vial back to Leif. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know at this point what the whole shtick is here. I'm not exactly here.
Let's just pay the lady.
Wait, just give us the riddle first.
Are you sure?
Do we only get one chance to answer?
I'll give you 3 chances. So, depending on the complexity, because I do have quite a few. Actually, for the one in mine, I'll give you 5.
So, a chance for each of us?
Yes.
Huh.
Alright, let's hear this. Out of character. Let's hear this.
Alright. And I will copy and paste this in the chat so you guys can follow with it, because it's a long one.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
I begin eternity and end space. At the end of time and in every place. Last in life, second into death. Never alone, found in your breath. Contained by earth, water or flame, my grandeur so awesome, wind dare not tame. Not in your mind, am in your dreams, vacant to kings, present to queens.
Actually?
Is the answer air?
Nope.
Well, fuck.
4.
Let's just...
Wow. Very unforgiving here. Let's see.
Wind dare not tame, not in your mind.
Water or fire?
Oh, I think I fucking know it.
I mean, I wouldn't pass you to put it in the chat.
No cheating.
Oh. Well, I already used my guess, so I looked it up, and goddamn you. That's some tricky bullshit.
I know, right?
I begin eternity, and end space?
Yep.
That... What?
I know, it's confusing, isn't it?
Garen already starts counting out 100 coins.
Vacant to king. I mean, I think from the first 5 clues, I've got it. But am in your dreams vacant present to queens?
The letter E.
Ding!
Oh,
Oh.
fucking.
That's correct.
Like I said, some tricky
Took you a little bit,
bullshit.
didn't you? Yeah, because you think about all the words I explained. E is present in all the ones it says it's present in, but not in the ones it says it's not.
I don't like riddles, Leah says.
I know,
Yeah,
that's why I
clever.
use them.
Which way do we go?
Actually, funny thing then, she hops up from the rock she was actually sitting on. The path is right behind me. She waves towards there, and you see the trees and foliage just kind of begins to part, showing you a worn path leading further in.
Oh. Thank you.
All right.
Good luck on your journeys as a bard.
Of course. And good luck to you guys getting that amulet.
Now,
You're
in
gonna need it.
Now, in story, can we say that she performed a beautiful piece of music that left a tear in Berliss's eye and inspiration in his soul?
Why do you want this so badly?
Do you not understand what inspiration points do?
No, not really.
Let me roll the die, Destiny. Come here, D20.
Oh,
It's
you already said I got
a honking
inspiration.
D20, so close enough. Yeah, sure. I got 19, so close enough. So yeah, you get it, Burles. Are you happy?
Berliss is like so moved by her performance, like he pulls out his coppers. He's like, I spent my gold, but here, mistress, that was beautiful," and just starts throwing his coppers at her.
You guys might want to get a handle on this guy.
Berliss, I'm not paying for another one of your swords.
Come on, Berliss. I need you on point.
Berliss goes to point, motherfucker. Like, he is so ready to point. Like, he's like ready to kick some ass. His weapons are at the ready, but you wouldn't know that because he's a bard. Or he's not a bard, he's a fucking rogue.
He's so ready he mixed up his classes.
His daggers are in his sleeve, and if some motherfucker tries something, he's just gonna be like Wolverine their ass.
Garen walks behind him, just ready. Shield.
Yep,
Hammer.
after a little bit of walking along the path, you guys do locate the temple. And you see that aside from it being vastly overgrown and some of the symbols of Ridley Fan have worn away but are still prevalent on there, you see that the door is strangely open. Otherwise, it looks like some of the foliage along the stairs and around the door has been cleared out.
Berliss points a finger to his lips like the silent thing, and he like stealth. He like tries sneaking inside. Like,
Wait. It's not cleared out?
It is cleared out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And does anyone want to make me a perception roll or investigation roll as you go up?
I'll roll
Sure.
perception.
Mr. Points, make it at an advantage.
Alright. Nope.
Yeah, and that was a 24 to stealth,
You are silent as a mouse.
and that's like a 22 perception.
22, Evan got 15, or Garen got 15, Leif got 8.
Leif doesn't care.
Well, you should care because as you guys are going up, Garen, you notice writing up on the door, but to you it's just kind of a bunch of gobbledygook nonsense. But
Bunch of elvish gibberish.
yes, but for Liss, he notices it as elven scripture that is basically, it's written along the door frame pretty much. It's a really big door frame or arch, and basically what it says because I'd assume he would translate it for you guys before you go inside.
I would hope so, Berlis.
He wasn't Dick.
Only those worthy shall gain entrance into this temple and know the love of Rilifan. Sealed within is Rilifan's beloved and prized treasure, so tread carefully while within her domain. Anyone that tries to take the relic without asking for her favor will invoke the protectors of the relic.
Oh,
Choose your actions carefully.
Oh fuck, isn't Rilifane like dead? Oh god, how's she gonna give us permission?
No, her
Around is, but not her.
So Berlis tells them all this, and he's like, "This is not my domain. Like,
That's
if
not
we try
mine
to
either.
steal this, if we try to steal this, we gonna die. We gotta convince her to give it to us."
Unfortunately, the only one of you that is a follower is currently out of commission.
Garen enters and just... What's inside there?
Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, once inside, the temple is obviously overrun by nature, as vines creep in through large open windows, have grown through the floor to crawl up marble pillars, consuming the rotten wooden pews leading up to an altar. As you guys are making your way up the center to the altar, you notice a paladin kneeling before the shrine to Rilifan, seeming to pray to it all. He's donned in what seems to be... Oh, one second. I got his thing up here. Where is your armor, fucker?
This reminds me of the Holy Grail.
This was the one guy we already passed, right?
No,
it would be some worshiper of Rilifan, obviously.
Full plate armor. He's in
Gold.
full plate armor as you guys
What
approach.
else?
You can't tell as you're approaching because his head is kind of bowed.
Do I
But
need
you
to
do see
reroll
his,
for stealth?
Well, considering Garen just kind of marched on in, and we know him by now, clink, clink, clink. But you do notice, as you're entering, you see his shield leaned up against one of the rotted pews, and you see the symbol of Rilifan inscribed on it. But it seems a little bit off.
Garen's gonna continue to approach him, he's not gonna say anything once he gets there, he's just gonna wait for him to finish, be respectful.
Yeah. And after a little bit, once he settles...
This is just for when I'm peeking in the tomb itself.
Well, the tomb isn't open. What you guys do see, however, when you're in there, as you're coming up behind him, is throughout the temple are statues of beasts and monstrous creatures, mostly creatures common to the forest. And as you guys approach him, because you do see that behind the altar he's kneeling in front of, which is set up in front of the coffin, you see the amulet is sitting on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks over his shoulder at you guys. Oh, visitors. He climbs to his feet and turns you guys in. Kind of gives a sort of a warrior's bow.
So
To which I had the pleasure of welcoming a party to my lady's temple.
I am Sister Kilsek of the goddess Nemesis. Kilsek makes the warrior's bow as well.
Garen puts away his hammer and asks, "I'm unfamiliar with the prayers of Rilifane. Could you help me?"
Pardon, could you repeat that? You broke up a little bit at the end.
"I'm unfamiliar with the prayers of Rilifane. Could you perhaps help me?"
The prides, you said?
Prayers.
Prayers. Right. Sorry, you kind of mumbled there, so I'm just like, what?
You'll have that.
I need more drink. Come here.
We're looking for Rilifane's favor.
Oh, her favor. Then you have come to the right place. Rilifane is willing to listen to all those that are willing to protect that which is most precious to her. Her creatures, her trees, in general, her natural roots. Though it is odd that you bunch have come, normally Rilifane is favor those of the druid walk of life.
Oh, I was just out of commission.
Is Berlis hidden. Like, he rolled a 27 stealth. Like, I was trying to be.
You. I can't believe I'm going to use this term again. You're incognito. You are gone.
Kilsec gently steps forward. I know I do not serve Rilliphane herself, but I have done my best to purge her realm of the evil that is currently within it.
Leif lightly bows and says, I'm Leif. It's nice to meet you, sir.
You as well, little one. Now, what brings you lot here aside from searching for her prayers? There seems to be something more to your visit? Because usually most of those that seek out her temple normally do so more than do just have a look around.
We want the amulet.
Yes. But, we don't want to take it without the favor, obviously. We don't want to piss anyone off here.
We're not here to steal.
At the mention of the amulet, his face just kind of becomes a bit more stern as he plucks up his shield. Is that so?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure what you would have a need of it for. It belongs to my goddess.
To save this place.
Well, to save most of the realm, really. We need to gather the amulets in order to make a wish, because otherwise the land will be swallowed by the 3 Brothers of Dead and anyone else behind them.
Brothers of Dead? You must be kidding, right? They've
Not.
not been a threat since Lich War. They've been hidden, gone.
You're a paladin. Surely you can tell if I'm lying or not. And it is a sin to lie.
Don't you have the demon box with you?
I do have the demon box with me, but I'm
Do
not
I
gonna...
see what Tim's trying to do?
Okay. Like, I didn't want to step on you guys' toes, but I wanted to set up so it's not like, what the fuck are you trying to do? No, like, this was my plan all along.
You're doing Mission Impossible over there?
Okay, one, Berliss is like, okay, this is the prayer that he says to Rilliphane. He hides, he's on his knees, and he's like, Goddess Rilliphane, Goddess, keeper of my love's heart. You know why Igburn isn't here. I ask for your favor, not just for the amulet, not just to save this world, but I ask for your favor to help me understand, to help me help him. The beast, I understand that he... Oh god, we're getting into spoilers, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, get into the text chat on Discord. That's all I gotta say. I know that the beast, I know, but he has to control it. And I'm hurt, and God, just help us. I can't, now that I know I love him, I can't not walk away.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You know what, is that good enough? Like, do I...
That's good enough, and actually shortly after you finish that prayer, you do see like an odd glow come from the amulet as it's on its pedestal. Enough so that it even causes the paladin to turn around and look. What? Is she trying to communicate?
Okay, and that 16 for sleight of hand, here's what I have in mind. Okay, tell me how this works, Haley.
Are you going up to the pedestal?
Oh,
so you're gonna have to roll stealth, and it's gonna be at disadvantage because he's looking right at the fucking thing now.
Well, I did the sleight of hand. I want to use my invisible mage hand. Like, can I take any of his weapons from him, or like untie his shoelaces, or take off his sword belt, something like that? I want to fuck with him because this motherfucker is gonna attack us. He ain't gonna appreciate what's gonna happen next.
Well, yeah, especially when you're sneaking around like that.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna sneak. I'm just gonna like walk right up
You
to the
are
light.
sneaking.
You snuck behind and
You snuck
Uh,
around the room.
No, I.
Barless.
Yeah.
He rolled a 19 perception. He knows something's up. Like, he feels the mage hand kind of trying to tug at the weapon on his belt, and he just kind of, he basically smacks at it, or he reaches down to see if it's getting loose, and he smacks it to the mage hand. She's like, what the fuck?
Well, it's an invisible mage hand.
But he still
that's
smacks
all-
into it. It's still physical.
Okay, but
Basically, he reaches down with the shield that's in his hand. He basically bumps into the mage hand. Just bang.
it's okay, but that's all the distraction that Burles needs, because he just like walks up to it, and with that momentary distraction, Burles takes the amulet, and we don't die.
Not quite.
Leah stares, was watching the entire time and just stares. What have you done? What have you done is all that comes out.
Actually, when he hears the bang, Burlesque, because he has to distract him enough because he's down, but he looks up and he sees you with the amulet. You get your hands off of that!
If we weren't if I wasn't blessed by her herself, then these statues would come to life and kill us all.
You know nothing of my lady and lover. You let it go now!
She jumps out. How far am I from the window?
You're very
There's
far.
no-
You're very far. Your only exit is the front door,
Garen's gonna
and
get
he's
ready
in the
to...
and he's in the way.
Garen's gonna get
Roll
ready to grab
initiative,
this
guys.
guy.
You pissed him off.
Great time to hit him from behind, motherfuckers!
I'm sorry, you decided to stealth and try to take it. What the
And
fuck,
say
man?
nothing to anyone else.
I
Wow.
was stealthing!
For the wrong reasons.
Sorry, I forgot to click on my goddamn token, but I rolled a nat 20.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm hitting that one.
Because you can't
Oh,
even right now.
Man, I was planning on going in peacefully praying with this guy. You know,
Yeah,
having a nice chat.
It'd be nice, like, okay, yeah, let's clear this up. I don't want to piss you off right now. I'm from paladin to paladin. Let's talk
I
it
say,
out, man.
we're not here to steal. And what the fuck does Burles do?
Aw.
He doesn't steal it like the light shows.
Okay, but the thing is, from the
Here's the
perspective
thing,
of
Tim.
anybody but Burles,
You got really fans permission, yes, but he doesn't know that. He
I
thinks you
know
just went in and
Paladin
plucked it out.
doesn't know.
The paladin doesn't know.
He just seen some sneaky thief sneak into the room and pick up the amulet.
He's not happy.
Is there a way I can get in
Please let
front-
me get initiative first.
Is there any way that I can, like... Can I roll something like the dash underneath him and just roll in front and try to convince him? Is there any way?
I mean, I'm gonna
no.
go first, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna try.
This entire campaign is misunderstanding the movie.
Pretty much.
it's not even a movie. We're going at like 4-hour sessions.
I'm so sorry.
That's
Fucking trilogy.
Okay, so that's +5. Okay, so yeah, he gets that. Oh. Actually, I think Envy gets it first because he's got the 22. Actually, no, Killsec gets it first. 'cause
I
she's
got a
the
nat
23.
20.
She got the nat 20. She goes first. Not me. Oh, swashbuckler. Oh, God.
Garen rolled a nat 1.
I've been like on point with these rolls.
Yes.
It's just like, what the fuck, man?
In turn, his was 17.
Okay. Hopefully this works.
Dude,
Wait a minute. No one is reacting to the fact that he just called Rilliphane his lover.
I noticed that. I just didn't want to say anything.
You know what? She could be no to open relationships like Celeste. Whatever.
I mean, who knows? You know,
Ever since.
You don't know her sex life.
Don't
Guys,
slut
I'm
shame
saying
my
now
god.
he's not referring to really fun. You'll figure it out later.
Don't
Oh,
slut shame
no.
my goddess.
Oh my god, that's what this is. The amulets are alive. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
The amulets hold the souls of the heroes that used to be, or they hold the souls of something that's like that. It's like
Maybe.
a soul in a jar. It's like a jar
Maybe.
with a soul in it. It uses to power it. That's why you're just like, don't crush it. It's not godly energy. It's just souls. It's a fucking philosopher's stone.
Maybe.
Well, more
Yeah,
like a
figure
soul
it out.
gem, really.
Ugh.
Is it time for me to go?
Did we take the fucking amulet from Vince, or does he still have it?
He still
I
has
think
it.
he still has it.
God damn it!
I told him to hide it.
And he hit the only place he had left on his body.
Yeah, I told him to hide it on his ankle.
On his ankle. Specifically
An
on his
amulet
ankle.
on the ankle.
I mean, everybody wears boots. Nobody is wearing tennis shoes around here.
An anklet.
And some bards like to fuck with their boots on. I don't know.
Fuck with your boots on.
Oh, Sapphire!
You ain't got no time to take those off.
Guys, Sapphire. She rolled
Oh,
a nat
come on.
20 as well.
Oh, come on. Can I go first?
I think she has the higher dex score.
Oh, no, it's
I
the
Oh no,
same.
you're tied! You're fucking
Yeah.
tied as far as dex. What the fuck?
I mean, can I look at her and say, let me do something?
Sure, go the fuck ahead.
Thank you.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, and
I am going to cast Zone of Truth on Berliss. Okay. Let's calm the fuck down. Berliss, did you get permission to take that amulet?
With tears in his eyes, he says, "Yes. I spoke with her. She, you know, Igburn." He turns to the paladin. "My lover is her druid. He served her faithfully, and he's in a bad ways." And he, like, tears are streaming down his face, but he, like, wills himself to keep going. "You saw the light. You know I'm in the zone of truth. Cast it upon me yourself. You know this is right. We don't have to fight unless you're not with Rilliphane." The zone of
you
truth
want
is a
more?
15-foot
Put
radius.
the amulet down.
Wait a minute. Zone of truth is a 15-foot radius, so he's in there too, right?
Yeah, actually.
Are you Are you with Shavara's kind?
Well, he has to make a charisma save.
1 second. Where the fuck is his charisma?
Well, it has to be decent. He's a paladin. Either that or he can just accept it and say the truth. But I don't know your game.
And sorry, give me a second. This thing is acting weird. Come on, quit being weird.
On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie within a radius. You know whether the creature succeeds or fails, and the creature is aware of the spell, and it can avoid answering questions. As long as it's not a lie.
That feels like a fail to me.
Yeah. My DC is 15.
Oh,
I
nice.
just put the amulet down. My affairs outside of this realm are nothing to do with you. Set it down and walk away.
That wasn't a no.
Please. We ask it of you for the right reason.
I am doing this to protect my lady from thieves like you.
He has the favor. I mean, Killsec steps forward and into the circle. I'm not a thief. I'm a paladin just like you. The goddess of retribution and order. Should I roll a persuasion?
Go ahead.
But I hold up my holy symbol like, hey, I'm a paladin, I just cast Zone of Truth. What do you want from me?
How do I know that's not false?
Because I'm in the Zone of Truth. Well, actually... Yeah, I failed my charisma save, I'm telling the truth.
That's a hell of a truth.
Just ask me something that would completely embarrass me. Ask me anything at all. I can't lie right now.
Killsec, do you think I'm a complete embarrassment and failure to our mission?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. That's not yes or no. That's not yes or no. Just being evasive.
I don't think you are a complete failure, because we're only a complete failure if we fail. We still have a chance, and you're growing, you're evolving, you're learning. You're a bit of a pain in my ass sometimes, man.